It's story time. The Wolf, submitted by Kenzi. Hi, at the Sapphire. I'm Kenzi, and I'm from the country St. Lucia, which is based in the Caribbean. I remember when my grandaunt had just died. It didn't affect me much since I wasn't that close to her. That's why it puzzled me when she started visiting me in my dreams. The dreams were quite strange. It would show me walking up the hill by her home, and she would just sit in her chair on the balcony, watching me going up the hill. She was pale and had black holes for eyes and had a blank expression on her face. She looked dead. Even after I woke up from the dream, I still felt like she was watching me. I kept on having that same dream every night over and over again. I'm walking up the hill and she's just there, sitting and watching me. It got to the point where even when I closed my eyes for a second, I'd see her blank expression. When I had enough, I went to complain to my aunt about it, and she told me to rebuke the dreams, as it could be a demon pretending to be her. And so I did. I stopped having these dreams and went about life like usual. About 4 months later, strange things started happening around the community. People claimed that in the hours of 2 to 3 a.m., they would hear a wailing woman, but it also sounded like a dog howling. It was a mix of both, and no one knew what it was. The strange thing was that everything would be dead silent right before. Dogs didn't bark, cats didn't hiss, crickets didn't chirp. Then you'd hear the chilling wail mixed with howling. It's like the animals were afraid of what it was. Some people would stay up late at night to listen. I didn't, though. I had better things to do than stay up to hear a dog or woman or whatever. Then, a couple of weeks after that started, animals like chickens, cows, and sheep were found dead. They were all killed the same way. Something had sucked all the blood out of them, and that's when word got out. People started to suspect that it was a Garje. Garjes are people who have sold their souls to the devil in exchange for vain things. They are also given the ability to shapeshift and inflict harm on people. They feed on the blood of animals and humans. They are the causes of freak accidents and bad luck. They can invite themselves to your home or even your dreams. They are tricksters who make you feel like you're crazy, making you see things that aren't there, or shape-shifting into family members to either play games with you or to harm you. So what did he or she want? What was their purpose of wailing or howling? Nobody knew, and all they did was make up theories about what it was and what it wanted, and pointed fingers on who it was. Since that wasn't giving them any answers, they nicknamed it the Wolf. Soon after, the wolf stopped coming and the animals stopped dying. But my dreams of my deceased grandaunt came back. It was the same dream as before. I was going up the hill, and there she was, sitting there, staring at me with so-called eyes. The dream happened every night for 2 weeks before it suddenly stopped. I was relieved because I could finally go back to sleeping soundly at night. A few days later, the wolf came back and animals started dying again. I was confused. How come every time my dreams stop, that thing comes out, and when it disappears, my dreams come back? One night, I couldn't sleep, and I was on my phone scrolling through Instagram, hoping that sleep would finally attack me and win. I remember hearing my dog and other surrounding dogs bark like crazy, and I could hear crickets and clack-clacks, but suddenly, all of it stopped. Just like that, dead silence. I was confused until I checked my phone. 2:46 a.m., and then I thought, oh, this is what everyone's been talking about. I can finally hear for myself. 5 minutes into the silence, it started. It sounded just like everyone described, a strange mixture of a wailing woman and a howling dog. All the hairs on me stood up. I had this sick feeling in my stomach, the kind you feel when you know something is strange. I was scared, but also curious. All this time and no one had bothered to look and see what it was? I just had to know. I managed to gather up enough courage to look out my bedroom window, which was facing the street where it walked. Finally, after waiting for what felt like forever in fear, I saw it. It was a woman. She was walking slowly, barefoot, in a nightgown, wailing and howling. I still don't know what to call it. This thing stopped in its tracks, slowly turned, and started walking in my direction. The closer it got, the faster my heart beat, but I couldn't move away from the window. It came close enough where I could see its face, and I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. Standing outside my window was my grand aunt, who had been watching me in my dreams. She had the same blank expression on her face. The only difference was now she was wailing and howling, and I could see her teeth, which were stained with blood, which I believed to be the blood of the animals that she sucked the life out of. Then she suddenly turned away and continued walking and wailing like nothing ever happened. I didn't sleep that night. That was the last time that anyone heard or saw the wolf. I told my aunt everything, and she said, "No, that's not your grandaunt. It's something impersonating her. To other people, it would look like someone else." I was confused all over again. What did that person or entity want with me? Why did they portray my grandaunt? Guess I'll never know. Thank you for your email, Kenzi. So I could not find a single thing online about Garja. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but thank you for sharing this very deep cut. I don't believe that there are wolves on that island or any other creature that would make a sound like that. So, my theory is that whatever this entity or spirit is, it's been using your grand aunt's appearance as sort of like a mask to just go around undetected. Every time you observe this wolf, it looks like her. And it would probably appear as someone or something else to other people. And I think that it shows your grand aunt because she had recently passed. So you were probably more willing to write it off as, oh, I'm just witnessing my grand aunt's spirit. Thanks for joining me today. And did you know that I offer bone and tarot readings? You can schedule a session at storieswithsapphire.com. Salamat and good night.